I'm doing all right.
Doing pretty good.
Awesome, awesome. Excited to see y'all here tonight. Got some amazing things that I kind of want to go over with y'all. Hopefully you'll find value. I still see people coming in, but so So we got 51 people in here, so we'll go ahead and get started. So hopefully y'all are having an amazing, amazing night. Thank y'all so much again for being here. For those that may not know me, my name is Starrlyn McMillan. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm coming through clear, if I need to speak up. So my name is Starrlyn McMillan. I'm a regional sales director. Well, I guess regional elite. I'm trying to get used to these new titles with our company. I started back at the end of November, right after Thanksgiving. So about almost 4 months ago, I started with this business. And so it wasn't anything that I was really looking for, to be honest. I was going through a divorce. So, I was going through a whole lifestyle change, me and my children. And, I prayed to God to bring me something to where I could help women. That was my main thing when I prayed, was that I really wanted to be able, for him to put me in a position where I was able to help women, especially hurting women, women that were looking for something more in life than what they felt like life could give them. So when this opportunity came about, I really didn't see it at the time is that. And so, but it was something about that call. Like I said, I wasn't looking for this. I just joined a call with one of my friends that had joined the company. And so just kind of just trying to support her with launching her new business. And so after the call with her and Mr. Gary Edwards, I became an agent at the end of that call. And so it was just something that was tugging at my heartstrings, that was letting me know that this is what God was bringing me to. And so since I've been in here, I've been able to help so many people, women especially. So it really brought me to what I was looking for, but didn't know that I was looking for, if that makes sense. So truly, honored to be here. And I wanted to talk on tonight about something that's really true to my heart, which is mindset. A lot of people don't know my personal story, but I came from, a difficult background. So, and it took mindset to make me be able to come out of the environment that I was in. So even though I was physically in an environment, in my mind, I was always, interested in being able to take my mind out of that environment. And so, if that makes sense. So, I grew up in domestic violence household where I witnessed my mother and my father, fighting, all the time, my mother being abused all the time. And it resulted in my father being killed in self-defense when I was 12 years old. So that left me without a father at 12. And, throughout the, years, I've dealt with a lot domestic violence, as far as myself. I just recently came out of a domestic violence relationship of 10 years. And so it really took a mindset shift to be able to move me from that, the environment that I was in. And so this business has, when I tell you, it has changed my life, been able to improve my mindset. And so just, hopefully y'all will get some value out of, some of the things that I said on tonight, and you'll kind of see where I'm coming from as far as the importance of mindset, the importance of being able to see yourself in a way that, maybe you don't even see yourself at this moment. But truly, truly, again, honored to be here. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen, and then y'all let me know when you can see it.
We can see it.
Okay. All righty. That's coming through okay?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. All right. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about the mindsets for success, right? So there's different mindsets that you have to put yourself in if you're wanting to be successful. Okay. So this is a quote that I really like, and it says, if an egg is broken from an outside force, life ends. But if broken from an inside force, life begins. Great things always begin from the inside. So that's a truly amazing quote right there. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, we want to develop a self-awareness mindset, right? Because everything, is going to start with you. No matter what your outside circumstances are, no matter what obstacles come in your way, it's always going to come down to how you view yourself, what you feel like your abilities are, right? So it's always going to start with you. And so, one of the things to, develop a self-awareness mindset is to, develop your why. If you're in this business and, you're trying to do something, like, know exactly why you're doing it, because that's going to help you and that's going to motivate you when you have those difficult times, to be able to, overcome that and just, be able to execute the vision that you have for yourself and for your family. And so, after I developed my why, as far as, this company, I wanted to be able to, um, have, freedom with my children, something that I didn't really know, because, I've always been a workaholic. And so my why was, I want to be able to spend time with my children. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody. And so, I wanted to be able to provide a lifestyle for them to be able to go on vacations and different things. So that's my why. That's why I do what I do. And, another thing is, like I said, to help other people that want to, achieve what they want to achieve. So, another thing that's good as far as self-awareness is, positive affirmation. So one thing that I do with my, my coaching clients is I tell them, try to stay as positive as possible. And so what I have them do is I have them write out a list of everything, every weakness that they think that they have. Write it down on a piece of paper. Everything. If you don't think that you're smart enough, write it out. And so then after that, get some sticky notes, and we're going to write out the exact opposite of how you're feeling. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that paper that you just wrote all those negative things on, and we're going to burn it. We're going to tear it up. We're going to do whatever we need to. And then, post those positive, note cards or, sticky notes all over your mirror. So when you wake up in the morning, when I wake up in the morning, I'm saying, Starrlyn, you're beautiful. Starrlyn, you're smart. Starrlyn, and I talk to myself in the second person because it's just something, I don't know, it makes a difference to me. And I just, tell myself that, first thing in the morning, I'm pouring into myself. Before you can pour into others, you have to be able to pour into yourself, right? Drop a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to you. And so, another thing as far as self-awareness, you have to be very careful when you're coming into a season where you're trying to grow, where you're trying to mature in your mindset. You're going to have to be very careful what you allow into your ear gates and what you allow into your eye gates. So I don't know the last time I watched the news, to be honest. I don't, watch a lot of, TV, different things like that. I don't, hang around with different people because I'm very careful about what enters into, my spirit, during this time, if that makes sense. And so you want to create a goal setting mindset. That's super, super important. And so, knowing what you want, will motivate you to reach it. And you can't reach a target that you can't see, right? So if you don't know what you're trying to reach, how are you going to reach it? That just, it's a no-brainer. Like, you have to be able to see it. And set high goals. If it doesn't challenge you, it's not going to change you. If you're thinking, very small-minded and just what you think that you're able to accomplish, what are you really accomplishing? You have to set your goals high. And it'll feel so much better when you reach those goals, right? And then, living with a clear intention will help you to get rid of distractions and fly straight through your goals. So your intentions have to be very clear. This is exactly what I want, and this is exactly how I'm planning on getting it. And then, writing out your goals. Super important. One Bible verse that I live off of is Habakkuk 2 verses 2 and 3. It says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that they may run that read it. For the vision is set for an appointed time, but in the end it will speak and not lie. Though it may seem like it's tarrying, wait for it, because it will surely come and it won't tarry. So that's the Bible verse that I live off of there. And so if y'all want to take a screenshot of this is something that I came across, I would say maybe 15 years ago. And this is basically how I write out my goals. So, I would just really, advise y'all to take a screenshot of this. So this comes from the Napoleon Hill book, Think and Grow Rich. So he, in the chapter on the definite chief aim, he gives an exact example of how you're supposed to write your goals out. So when you write your goals, you want to be very specific. You want to state specifically what you're wanting, and you want to give yourself a time frame, very, very important, of when expect for that to happen. And then on top of that, you have to put in, what you're willing to do, what work are you, because nothing in life is free. So if you want something, you got to work towards it. So what are you going to do to achieve that goal? So this right here has been, and it doesn't have to just be money. It can be, if you want to reach a VP, how long are you giving yourself to reach a VP? And then what kind of work are you going to put in to make sure that is accomplished? And then, challenge choosing mindset. So one thing about it, you need to get out of your comfort zone. 99% of everything that you want in life is going to be right outside of your comfort zone. So you have to, step outside the box and, just know that, when you step out, your faith is going to produce, and your faith mixed with your actions is going to produce what you want. So it all takes, you being able to step outside of that comfort zone. And, just remember that having courage doesn't mean that that you have to be fearless from the beginning. It just means that you're willing to face your fears and move forward. So as long as you're willing to do that effort, then that's, you're putting effort and actions into what you want. And so, you must do what's uncomfortable so that you can enjoy greater rewards later. So that's super, super important. You want to have an abundance mindset. So, begin creating a mindset to where there's nothing that's impossible to you, right? There's nothing that can be withheld from you as long as you know that you're able to have that. And so, the abundance mindset believes that everyone benefits and there's enough success for everyone. And when you truly believe that is abundance and there are unlimited opportunities around you, you will start intentionally and unintentionally connecting with them. So anytime that you start developing your mind to where I'm going to reach this goal and I'm going to work hard towards that goal. It's funny because different things and different people will start coming to you. And it's almost like you're like, where in the world these people come from, or where did this opportunity come from? But that's just, part of having an abundance mindset. And hopefully y'all are understanding me. You want to have a celebration mindset, y'all. So, always, be proud of other people's accomplishments, right? It's super important to, celebrate your success, but are you celebrating the success of others? When you're seeing others, reach goals that, they're reaching, are you happy for them, like genuinely happy for them? Because if not, that's going to create resentment within you. And, resentment is going to burn your chances of success because you cannot receive what you resent. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. You cannot receive what you resent. So if you're jealous of somebody else's accomplishments, or you're not willing to, clap a hand or, throw up a fire emoji when others succeed, then, that's really damaging you as far as your ability to achieve success. So super, super important. And then, act with gratitude, whether it's your success or somebody else's. Act with genuine gratitude and see where, your life can go from there. And so you want to have a positive mindset. So there's a book by Norman Vincent Peale. That book really changed my life as far as, thinking positive. The key to fuel your mind is, having, positive information daily. Just whatever you try to do, try to, surround yourself with, positivity at all times. Like if you start feeling low, turn on some positive music, some upbeat music. That's what I do sometimes when I'm feeling down and out, and, I just start, either I'll read something, or, I'll turn on some music, or I'll call my mama because she's the most positive person that I've ever met in my whole life. But just remember that, happiness doesn't come from circumstances. It comes from within. Everything that you want is always going to come from within and not without. Okay. And so with that being said, I hope that y'all found value. And Mr. Maine Simon has joined me on this call. Truly, truly excited to be joining forces with him to talk about, mindset. And so, if you don't know, he is a regional vice president within the company, and, truly, truly amazing, mentor to so many different people. So truly honored once again to be on a platform with him. And so he's going to be going over with y'all, different distractions that you may have within your business, overcoming objections, and, how to create positivity within, any type of circumstances. So with that being said, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, And can y'all see me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Awesome.
ma'am.
Awesome. So hopefully y'all found value in that. And like I said, I'm getting ready to bring Mr. Maine Simon to finish us off on mindset on tonight. And so without further ado, Mr. Maine, have you made it to the call, sir?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Go ahead and put some fire in the chat for Miss Starrlyn. She just did a wonderful job at really giving y'all some value on how to develop a winning mindset. Mindset is everything. And like she discussed, you know, you got to work from the inside out. You got to be pure in your intentions and just really, you know, operate in a space of love and gratitude. And what I want to go over a little bit about me, for those of you that may be new to the business or just getting started, a little bit about me. My name is Maine Simon. I'm a regional ambassador with the platform. But prior to getting started with the platform, I went through so much hardship, overcoming so many obstacles. You know, I moved to the West Coast, to California, when I was only 20 years old. I was barely getting out of high school. And I moved to California. I stacked my money. I worked 3 jobs. I saved up about $7,000 and I moved to California. But here's the thing, I've never even seen California. So I moved and I was operating in a spirit of faith and love for my brother. He was like, man, look, man, come out here. It's going to be big. We're going to take this to the next level. And I really just came out on a whim. Got my first job, which was working at the car dealership. And I was working at the car dealership. And, you know, that's where I really honed in on my skills as far as like negotiating and dealing with people. So I've been in that business for close to 20 years. I moved to Vegas and I opened up my own music and clothing store. I was selling my CDs on the strip and I managed to sell over 300,000. So I had to talk to about millions and millions of people in order to be able to develop those skills on how to talk to people initially and understanding body language and a whole bunch of things. But I've always been self-taught. I became a very avid person on YouTube. So I'm always researching things, learning how to get better. And when you're dealing with not knowing what check you're going to be able to make, and you're just constantly going out there talking to people, you could get a little discouraged, you know, getting a no in your face or having someone take your CD, throw it back at you, or someone that wants to just punch you in the face just for no reason. These are the kind of things that you deal with. So when I got introduced to this platform, I was in a transition period in my life. You know, due to me closing down my store, I had to get a job. So that was different for me. Being that I was an entrepreneur for all those years, and I started working at the Palms Casino only to be on a time restraint. I was unable to see my daughter, and I had to go back and forth between Vegas and California to visit my daughter. And I was stressed out because I was only making a certain amount of money and I was already used to a certain level of lifestyle. So I left the Palms Casino. I invested over $60,000 into my car dealership, and I still operate that car dealership today. But I got a call from my brother. He was like, look, come down to the Palms. I want you to meet with the co-founders. So I didn't even get to see a presentation. I knew that my credit needed a little bit of work, and I got started with the platform. My score went from 473 to 706 in 3 months due to the services. So I was excited. I went out and told a whole bunch of people, and I never once looked at it in the operating in the spirit of, look, I gotta get people. I was always like, look, let me just share this information because I want people to understand, look, what we did in a short amount of time was great. You know, we was able to get our score up very fast. We was able to hit sales director. But the one thing that fed my faith and my discouragement was me going out to events, me traveling over to Arizona for an event, me going to Arizona, me networking with leaders. And that really helped to build my belief, not only in the system, but seeing so many people have success. I knew I was bound for success. I had all the tools. I had everything in the right direction. So what I want to go over with you guys is launching and discouragement. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see it. Okay, I just want to make sure that you guys can see my screen before I move forward. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So it's titled Launching and Discouragement, right? The first thing you need to understand before you get discouraged, right, is there's never any losses. There's only lessons. When you get started, right, a little bit about me, and when you get started, family won't support you. I got started, I let people know, hey, look, I'm in this business. My brothers didn't support me. My mom didn't support me. But guess what? I kept going because I knew that they wasn't accustomed to me doing this, right? It was a new territory that I was embarking on, a new venture. So they probably wasn't going to support me, right? I had a partner at the time. I went out to LA with my partner. She didn't support me. She actually, we broke up due to me being so focused on the business, and she didn't support me. But guess what? I kept going. I was like, look, the more people that don't support me, the bigger it's going to build my belief, and the more I'm going to stand on this, right? So put a 1 in the chat if you feel like you're going to stand on what you're doing, regardless of who supports you, regardless if a friend supports you, regardless if a spouse supports you, you're going to stand on that. And you need to understand this. There's never any losses, only lessons. So put L and L in the chat. That stands for losses and lessons. And you got to remember this, right? The L always comes before the E in learn, right? So you got to learn before you can earn. So you want to heighten your awareness on learning. Follow the leaders. Follow the leaders, what they're doing. What's the high engaging post that they have? Don't try to recreate, just duplicate. Take the same exact post and post it on your page. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to end up getting a higher and higher amount of engagement. Remember, your page needs to be built up. You need to have nice looking pictures on your page. You also want to make sure that, you're operating in a professional manner. You don't want to confuse your audience to where you're posting things positive one day and then the next day you're posting things negative. You want to stay in a positive mindset, inspiration, motivation, education, and spiritual. Stay in those 4 pockets. Those are going to be the pockets of success. So you always learn, focus on being a student, and plan your work and work your plan. Each week I write down, what are my goals? How many numbers am I going to hit this week? Am I going to sign up 10 customers? Am I going to sign up 5 agents? You plan, do, and then you review. You focus on what's actually working in your business. If it's something that's working in your business, keep pounding away at it, right? Don't try to be all over the place and be like, oh, I'm going to be over here. I'm going to be over here. No, keep hitting that tree. Keep chopping that tree at that same spot. And guess what's going to happen? That tree is going to fall down. So make sure you do that and put it in the chat. Plan, do, review. Put that in the chat. Plan, do, review. Because you're going to plan your work. You're going to work your plan. The L always becomes before the E. So you got to learn before you earn. Now, you want to understand, what are you doing this for, right? Because I know my why is I want my daughter to never have to worry about money ever again in her life. The great thing about this platform is it's willable to your children. I've never seen nothing like it, where you're able to get residual incomes that are compounded month after month after month. Do it for your why. If your why don't make you cry, then guess what? It was a lie. You see, I'm so passionate. When I look at customers, when I'm helping customers, when I'm helping new agents, I'm not looking at them as a dollar sign. I'm looking at them like that. I want to see their kids elevate. I want to see them create generational wealth for their family. I want to see this person get into a home. I want to make sure that we all are good. So I operate in the spirit of gratitude. You got to operate in the spirit of gratitude. In the morning, I wake up, I say my affirmations before I jump on calls. I steam my face, and I'm listening to affirmations as I steam my face, and I'm getting prepared for my day. And I'm putting myself in a state of Zen so that I know anything that's thrown at me within that day, I was already prepared for it when I woke up in the morning. And you want to ask yourself, are you promoting your future or are you promoting your past? Are you living in your past or are you living in your future self? Because in order for you to get to the next level, things are going to have to change. Just like Starrlyn said, right? If it doesn't challenge you, it's not going to change you. So embrace the challenges. Treat everything like it's only development. Don't take a no as discouragement, right? Treat everything like as if you can only see your why. Treat it as if you could only see your why. And what I like to do is do a challenge for myself. I'll stay in the house I'll say, look, I'm not leaving the house until I sign up 3 people, and I'll buy my food and I'll just go into a cocoon to where I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna sign somebody up or else I can't leave. And I won't leave until I sign up 3 people. Or you could treat it like, look, I got a 3-day notice on my door. I got to come up with $1,000 in the next 2 days, or else I'm gonna get kicked out of my place. So you want to trick your mind. The thing with your why and discouragement is you want to trick your mind. It comes down to reprogramming your mind, because we've been taught and programmed that, hey, we're not enough. We can't do it. We've always been the underdogs in life. I don't know if I'm just speaking, to myself, but put a 2 in the chat if you feel like you've been your underdog your whole life. Like nobody's never gave you your fair just due. Like you was never able to get your worth. That's what I love about this platform, because we all agents. Guess what? We're all agents. So the one thing you want to remember is set goals and create deadlines for yourself. So let's say you got a goal of signing up 5 people in the week. Why don't you condense that time frame to say, okay, I'm gonna sign up 5 people in a day, or else I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving this house till I sign up 5 people, and really treat it like, look, each person that you interact with, guess what? You're going to grow with them. So you want to understand that there's 2 types of mindsets. There's a growth mindset and there's a fixed mindset. And when you're operating on a fixed mindset, your mind is like a parachute. It's got to be open in order for it to work. It can't work if it's not open. So you got to be open to being coachable. You got to be willing to be coached. You got to be hungry. And when I tell you I'm starving, I'm starving. And I don't feel like, I never count my accomplishments. I never count, money. I just, all right, that's over there. I don't even look at it. And I just keep going. You want to understand growth. If someone is not giving you constructive criticism, then something's wrong, because if they're not giving you constructive criticism, that means that they don't love you. They don't want you to succeed. So if you're getting constructive criticism from your mentor or your coach, understand that a seed needs water and it needs rain to grow. You can't just have the sunshine. You can't just have sunshine all the time. Sometimes you need it to rain on you a little bit. You can't just have sun. You need both in order for that seed to grow. And you want to master the art of being a farmer. Don't look at the seeds that you've planted. Just continue to keep planting seeds. Keep planting seeds. Keep planting seeds. And don't take no's personal, because all a no means is not right now, or who do you know? So when somebody tells me no, I don't get mad. I'm like, okay, who do you know? All right, well, my goal this year is to put 250 people in a home. Would you be so kind as to making a post on your page? So I treat everybody like that. And my goal each day is to get 10 to 20 trial runs every day. We operate in a trial run business. Trial run is going to expose your business to different audiences, and that's going to create more seeds that you're going to be able to plant. Now, understand the steps to success. The steps to success is very key, but the biggest key in your steps to success is personal development. Personal development. In order for you to build a big team and to build a big organization, you have to be able to pour into those individuals on your team. Focus on getting your first win. So you want to strive for 5. Strive for 5. Everybody on here, strive for 5. Put a 5 in the chat if you have gotten your 5. Put a 5 in the chat if you will get your 5 this week. we want to strive for 5. 5 is a big win. That's a big deal. And it needs to be celebrated because now you have a debt-free business. And not only that, you have people that you could work with in your organization. You want to follow the leaders. Remember, success leaves clues. Don't recreate, just duplicate. If you see a top leader in an organization, they make a post and it's highly engaging. Don't share it. Grab that post, take that post, make it your own. You also want to write a list down. So many people don't do this part, and it's very intricate to write a list and continue to add to that list. Each day, my goal is to get 5 to 10 new numbers. Guess why it's 5 to 10 new numbers? Because at the end of the year, that's going to be another 3,000 people that I could connect with. So write a list, continue to add to that list. You adding more fuel to the fire. You also adding more seeds that you could get trial runs out of that could potentially be customers or agents, right? Focus on field trainer factory. That's so key. If you have people that's in your organization and they may be stagnant, reach out to them, say, hey, look, you know, you're a top producer. Reach out to them, say, hey, look, you know what? I want you to hit the next level in the platform. I'm going to help you. If you can refer one person and get one new agent, I'll help you get another new agent. So that way you can hit field trainer. Remember, guys, help people get 5. You have it in your downline title requirements. It lets you know how many people are close to getting their 5. You want to review that and help people get their 5. That's very key. Now, launching is very key. I want to go over launching. Now, when you launch, this is a great website for you guys to launch. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this, uwelaunch.com. You want to type in password freedom, and you want to print out this list right here. This is your getting started right document. This is going to help you to get started right. You want to determine your why. Connect with your upline leadership, your enrollment date. You want to have your agent ID number there. You want to make sure that you're setting everything up right. You downloaded the UCES app. You've also went into your back office and you've been very proactive. Be proactive. You know, make sure you set a time on when you will have your 5. Set that deadline. Set that deadline. Set your goals. Make the goals plain and make it simple, and you'll be able to have a lot of success. So take a screenshot here on the getting started right document. Remember, set a time on when you're going to get your 5. Definitely get your 5 out of the way. That's the biggest win. Now, you also want to print this sheet out. It's praise number 14 in your back office of your UWE back office. This is the title qualifications and infinity bonus sheet. So that way, you know everything. You know, like, okay, where do you want to hit? How do you want to hit it? In order for you to hit a goal, you have to know what that goal is. So print out that sheet. I have one hanged up in my closet. I have one on my wall, and you want to set major goals for yourself. This is key to building a big business. Activate all your services. You want to watch all the videos in the back office, right? Click on that tab, watch all the videos in the back office. Also, watch all the videos on the UCS portal. That's key. And then you want to go into your UCS portal, click on the What's Included tab page, and make flashcards of each of the services. Put it on a flashcard. Start reciting it to yourself. Wake up in the morning, look through that. So that way, when you're talking to customers, it's like, okay, you can break down the services so quick. You could identify which problem that they have and which service will be able to service them better. So it's really easy, you guys, when you operate in that manner. It's very key to operate in that manner. And I want you guys to drop in the chat right now. Drop in the chat, what are the 5 things you look for in a leader? Drop in the chat that 5 things. I'm gonna take a second just to let people drop that in the chat. What do you think are the 5 key things to a good leader? 5 good qualities that you would look for in a good leader. I'll let you guys take your time and drop that in the chat. What are the 5 things? Because I like to be transparent. Okay, we got lead by example. I love that one. Let's go. Self-starter. We got selfless, available. Love that. Keep going. Drop in the chat. Forever a student. Okay, competent, candid, commitment, kindness, integrity, personal coach, able, empathetic, coachable, enthusiastic, dedicated, hungry, leading from the front and the back, confident, communication. I love that. I love it. Fellowship, hungry. These are all great things. Positive motivation. But when you ask, you guys, put it all in there. Put it in the chat. Listener, good communication, dedicated, honest, motivator, encouragement, understanding, diligent, right? If you factor in all these factors, I want you to ask yourself, are you these 5 things? Are you these 5 things? Are you a great communicator? Are you selfless? Are you positive? Are you these 5 things? Because you have to develop these 5 things in order for you to attract that. That's the law of attraction. Being able to operate at a high frequency, and you want to be what you want to attract. So make sure whatever it is that you're looking for, you have those qualities in yourself. You have those qualities in yourself, and you're really able to operate in that manner. Visionary, perseverance, good listener. I love all these things. You guys are doing great. Remember, these are the qualities that you need to have in yourself in order to attract that right tribe. Your vibe is going to attract your tribe. Nobody wants to hear what you're going to do. You just got to do it. You got to operate in that high frequency and really just plug in. Put a plug in the chat if you ready to plug in, because I want you to show up for your business. Be here a year from now. Always show up. No matter what, show up. You sad, show up. You put show up in the chat if you're going to show up for your business. I want you to treat it like you invested $1 million into your business. Show up, and show out. Because you got to show up to go up. And that's my time. I'm Maine Simon. I want to give you guys a book that I recommend you guys reading. It's called Secrets of a Six-Figure Woman. It's by Barbara Stridon, I think. It's The Secrets of a Six-Figure Woman. So you guys definitely want to grab that book. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's my time. Hopefully you guys got some value from that. I want to just thank each and every one of you for jumping on. And I'm going to turn it back over to Daryl if you want to close out the call.
So instead of getting me on, how about we do this? What we was missing on this call is on getting some new people that's actually really been killing the game. Is Miss Sparkle Henderson, is she on this call? Let me see. I'm trying to go through the list to see if Sparkle is on here. She's not on. Okay. Who else we got? Okay, no, that y'all killed it, man. It's nothing else to say or do. We ready, mentally, we'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. We're gonna be doing these trainings every day for the next 2 weeks. So definitely, like Maine say, make sure you guys show up. It's gonna be at 8 p.m. Central Time for the rest of this week and all of next week as well. Y'all have a good evening.